Alright, everybody knows it. How are we to react now that we know that Jupiter's Legacy is dead? Oh, I thought I said Jupiter Ascending.
I have more in common with a dog than I have with you.
I love dogs. I've always loved dogs.
What? Whatever, either one. They're both dead. So how are we supposed to react? Well, I think it's important to say for a fact that the show wasn't that great. It wasn't bad, kinda, but it wasn't good, kinda. It was on the lower end of okay. Like it took a solid like 4 episodes for me to get invested. And when your series is 8 episodes long, that's like not good. I was invested at the end of, I'd say, episode 5, and the show really dragged before that. So it's no surprise that Netflix canceled it, but let's talk about why. This is Netflix's second big debut into the superhero scene. I know we have Umbrella Academy, but those aren't really superheroes. Those are has-been superheroes. So as the first big superhero team that Netflix has decided to use, where did it go wrong? Why did Netflix cancel it? So Jupiter's Ascending started off pretty strong. You got like a bunch of big boss fights, you got characters getting smacked left and right, you have a drunken kid shenanigans, you have a bunch of superheroes and wigs, and you know, all that stuff, and somebody freaking dies. And it's like, whoa, this is intense. But then they spend like 3 episodes talking about why that one person dying, who was a villain, by the way. They talk about that one person dying.
So, what are you doing later?
Over and over and over. And at one point it gets kind of stale, especially when you find out, oh, it wasn't even the original guy, it was a clone of that original guy. It's not that it was all bad, it's just that it was paced very poorly. The fact that it dragged on for way too long, and then combining that with the kinda tired and overdone storyline, are superheroes out of touch? Is it wrong for superheroes to not kill? Shouldn't have Batman killed the Joker like 17 times by now? Yeah, we get it. Shut up. We've had dark superhero storylines before. We've had dark superhero storylines in The Boys. We've had it in Invincible. We've had it in the Marvel and DCU universe. Both of them have done dark storylines. We've had Logan. We've had all that stuff. And we've had all of those different storylines take a shot at whether or not superheroes should kill. It's not a new thing. It's not interesting. And when you pace it as slowly as this, it gets even less interesting. However, the second half of the show is actually quite entertaining, mostly being about the mystery around this mysterious island, and like it was this Indiana Jones kind of adventure between these like groups of friends and like their origin story for how they got their powers. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. Why didn't we start off with this? And technically we did, but we had like 4 episodes of just really boring backflashes and just like, oh, my dad was such a good guy and now he's dead. But he was such a good guy. Oh wait, no, he did all these terrible things, but I'm a good guy. Let me have this existential crisis where I kind of go insane for 2 episodes. Oh, and also there's this island like 4 or 5 episodes down the line. We're gonna go there and get powers. By the way, the only reason that those episodes held any suspense for me is because I did read the comics and I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna go to the island and get powers. But for anyone who hasn't read the comic, or at least didn't read ahead for the Wikipedia article, that whole thing is gonna be pretty boring, because you're just like, why should I care about this island? Why is this random guy getting visions about this island? Why should I care? Maybe that's his superhero origin story, maybe not. Who knows, you know, man? Because at this point, we're not really asking that question. We're more asking questions along the lines of, why do we care that superheroes don't kill people? Why aren't they allowed to kill people? Why is that whole mantra important? Why aren't superheroes allowed to kill? Because they are allowed in other universes and no one says anything.
I would never take the life of another, for I am
Batman, look out!
the Dark Knight.
Batman, why don't you look at the guy that
He's asleep.
No.
With questions like that, obviously, the critics are gonna attack. And same with the audience. The audience is gonna be like, yeah, we'll keep this on top 10 for a week, but then we'll also hate it. So it's kind of like the Thunder Force perspective. The Thunder Force movie was on Netflix's top 10 for a good couple days, which is good, right? No, if it gets bad reviews, then it's bad. Netflix has been known for their bad movies and bad TV shows for a while now, and they've just, like, recently, within the past few years, started to get, like, a really good collection of amazing TV shows and movies. But with something like Thunder Force or Jupiter's Legacy, you don't want that kind of bad press spreading, because then people start canceling the Netflix subscriptions. People stop thinking about getting a Netflix subscription. Oh yeah, I won't go with Netflix. I'll go with Disney Plus because they have all these good superhero shows that actually know what they're doing.
So I watched this movie called Thunder Force. I'm gonna come right out and say it. This is the worst movie of 2021. It's only April, and I can confidently say that.
So with the $200 million down the drain that they spent on this season, they're obviously not going to sink another $200 million in trying to revive a series that definitely had most of its fan base just run away. Yeah, it's not really surprising that this season didn't do too well and Netflix canceled it. I am kind of disappointed because things were just starting to get interesting. However, I'm not heartbroken about it. I did like the show in the second half, but I'm not too beat up about it. It's a decent show in the second half, but it's not anything to write home about. Out of 10, the first and only season, I'd give a 4.5 out of 10. So let me know what you guys thought about it. Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know about any other dark superhero TV shows you've read and watched about. And leave a like if you liked the video, and subscribe if you haven't. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.